Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Adriana DC. Season greetings to all my YouTube friends and family out there. Tonight I am going to be giving you guys my top 12 favorite perfume discoveries of 2023. Now, and this year has been a beautiful year, you guys. I made a lot of recent discoveries, not just recently, but coming on to the last quarter of the year, I have made some fantastic discoveries, you guys, like some beautiful, mesmerizing, addictive fragrances. I gave you guys previously my top 10 new perfume release, my top 10 best new perfume releases. Tonight, I'm going to be giving you guys my top 12 favorite perfume discoveries of 2023. So this list is not going to be including any of the new releases that I previously mentioned. These are fragrances that have been released, maybe last year, maybe the year before, and I am just getting to know these fragrances in this year, and they left a very lasting impression. There were some highlights. They were the best of the best. Okay, this list is the best of the best fragrances that I have experienced for this year. There are other fragrances that I don't have in my collection, or should I say, I'll probably save that video for another day. I'll give you guys my wish list, on account of my most recent discoveries. But yeah, tonight we are going to be ranking my favorite perfume discoveries of 2023, starting from 12, going down to 1. If you guys are interested in seeing the best of the best fragrance discoveries of 2023, then by all means keep on watching. If you guys are new, please don't leave without hitting that subscribe button. Support my channel, okay? I have a target. Just subscribe, hit the notification bell, and make sure you guys are notified every single time I upload, so that way you guys can be tuned in to enjoy the lovely perfume content that I feature here on my YouTube channel. And of course, for those of you who are my returning subscribers, thank you guys for your continuous support. So let's just dive right in, and I'm going to be starting off at number 12. Coming in at the number 12 spot, we have Afnan's Modest Deux. You guys know, in no way am I discrediting this fragrance, and I'm not saying I dislike this perfume by placing it at the number 12 spot. But I'm going to say to you, out of all the Middle Eastern fragrances that I have wanted to try and successfully managed to add into my collection this year, this one disappointed me just a tad little bit, okay? Because allegedly this fragrance is meant to have in some chocolate. So this fragrance has in some strawberries, raspberries, some cherries, some vanilla, spices, patchouli, and a bit of gardenia in the base. Obviously, this fragrance is meant to be inspired by the original La Nuit from Lancôme, okay? And I'll admit to you, this is a beautiful fragrance. It opens up with a bright, rich, juicy boss of cherries, strawberries, red berries. Without you even knowing the notes in this fragrance, you get those juicy, rich, dark cherry essence in this fragrance. Beautiful, scrumptious perfume. Sweetness from the vanilla. And in the base, it dries down. You definitely get the patchouli. And even though this is an inspired version of the La Nuit, you barely tell the difference in the far dry down, you guys. Beautiful, scrumptious fragrance, projection, presence, everything banging. However, it didn't have any chocolates, and I was really annoyed. I'm gonna admit, I was a bit annoyed, okay? Because now I have two fragrances in my collection that smell more or less exactly the same, which doesn't make sense. However, this was still one of the highlights of 2023. I love this perfume. Of course, I intend to wear this baby because it is pretty. But yeah, it's coming in at the number 12 spot in my top 12 favorite perfume discoveries, best of the best scents of 2023. Coming in at the number 12 spot, we have Burberry Her Elixir. You guys, let me tell you, this is an absolutely scrumptious, delicious smelling strawberries, raspberries, sweet vanilla, sandalwoody, sexy, intoxicating smelling perfume, you guys. When I went to the perfume shop and smelled this fragrance, Burberry Her came out. And you'd think that I would grab Burberry Her. Instead, I grabbed the Burberry Her Elixir. I am in love with this perfume. I think it's absolutely scrumptious, you guys. It smells like a strawberry creamy vanillic milkshake, in my opinion. That's what this perfume smells like. I love this perfume. Now, obviously, I think this fragrance was released last year, but obviously I dived into this fragrance this year. And it wasn't that I wasn't interested, is that it wasn't readily available. So I didn't know how to get my nose on it. I didn't see it anywhere on the retail stores or whatever. And so I finally got my nose on it this year. And when I smelled this baby, I was absolutely in love. And it is most definitely a highlight for me of 2023. Definitely one of the best fragrances that I have smelled for the entire year. So this is Burberry Her Elixir. Coming in at the number 10 spot, we have Milk Plus by Commodity, you guys. And I was late to the party, you know. I have a tendency of being late to the party, literally and figuratively, okay? Fashionably late and all. Now, I was late to discovering this fragrance. This perfume only caught my attention this year, you guys. I didn't notice this perfume prior. However, I have been seeing people raving about this fragrance lately, and I wanted to dive into this perfume, and I have zero regrets, you guys. This fragrance opens up with some sweet marshmallow. Apparently it has in some milk. I don't get a lot of milky lactonic touches in this fragrance, okay? It is powdery, very much musky, and very heavy on the amber and the woodsy notes in here. The woodsy notes are very strong, and when Commodity says bold, they mean bold, because this fragrance is bold, okay? When you spray it, it comes out soft, sweet, okay, and very powdery and very musky, almost clean in my opinion. And then the amber and the woodsy touches hit you to the nostrils, you guys. This is a strong fragrance, but it has like a creep up effect in my opinion, but beautiful nonetheless. My partner recently wore this fragrance, and smelling it on somebody else, oh my god, it was like sweet, like fresh sweet marshmallows, like, you know, like actually like they're almost like roasted sweet marshmallows, but it's like, you know, the fresh marshmallows, like really, you know, like fluffy and sweet, and then you gently roast them a little bit and you get the powderiness from the marshmallows, the sweetness, and of course that slight bit smoky and woody essence to it. This is the vibe I get from this fragrance. It is beautiful. It is a scrumptious smelling fragrance, and I'm happy to have discovered this scent. It is definitely one of the highlights for me of 2023. So this is Commodity Milk Bold. Coming in the number 9 spot, we have Commodity Gold Plus, you guys. Obviously, after I discovered Commodity Milk Plus, I was like, oh my god, I gotta try them all. And then there was this massive sexy sale. I'm telling you, the sale on Commodity was everything, okay? And Commodity Gold stole my heart even more than Commodity Milk. I fell more in love with this one than Commodity Milk. Commodity Milk is nice, but this one is just, this is a powdery, spicy, lightly sweetened. There's some vanilla in here. It's very eerie, okay? There's some amber in here, so definitely some woody touches. And you get a very prominent and strong note of saffron. And then in the base, it dries down to something very warm and cozy and comforting. In my opinion, this fragrance gave me more of a warm, cozy feel as opposed to Commodity Milk. Commodity Milk didn't give me warm and cozy, not that much, at least not as much as this one. Something about the powderiness mixed with the saffron and the spices and the sweetness in this one gave me cozy, warm vibes, you guys. And I love how this wears on the skin. It's strong, but it wears very soft. It's very interesting in my opinion. It's like a creeper. I don't know. Very interesting. Commodity Gold Plus, definitely a highlight for me, a highlight blind buy, because I felt like people mostly talk about Commodity Milk Plus, so I really didn't know what to expect from this one, but I just knew I wanted to have them all because I just couldn't miss the sale. Okay, so we have Commodity Gold Plus coming in at the 9th spot. Coming in at the number 8 spot, we have Rehab's Chocomus, you guys, and I discovered this one this year. I've been seeing people rave about this perfume on Instagram in particular, and it took me a while to grab this perfume. This is an absolute delight to smell, you guys. It has like a powdery, sweet, musky, almost milky vanilla with chocolate essence. Very cozy, comforting, warm, sweet, sexy. It is not too sweet, not too overpowering, not too much. You know, you get the vanilla and the chocolates, and it's just so nice and powdery and almost a little bit creamy, you guys. This was an absolutely beautiful discovery in 2023. The price point is quite decent. This fragrance smells so good, you guys. So Rehab's Chocomus, definitely a highlight for me of 2023. Coming in at the number 7 spot, we have Billie Eilish, you guys. Let me tell you. When I discovered this perfume, it took me a couple hours to run back to the perfume shop, to Boots, and buy it. This was so good, you guys. Let me tell you, this is a spicy, sweet, warm, vanilla, and cacao, musky, powdery, sweet, intoxicating smelling perfume. This smells a little bit creamy. It's intoxicating. Oh, it smells so good. This is an absolute pleasure. It has in some sugar and some red berries in the top notes, and you're definitely getting that sugary sweetness. A lot of people say this fragrance smells synthetic. I don't get it. The goodness that's in this perfume, I don't really care what y'all smell, because this smells so good. This smells so, 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 so good. Like, this is probably one of my most exciting discoveries of 2023. I was definitely excited about this perfume. I could not believe how good this scent smells, you guys. I absolutely love this perfume. This fragrance was definitely one of the highlights of 2023. So this is Billie Eilish. Coming in at the number 6 spot, we have Ibiza Night by CARNER Barcelona. Yes, you guys. This fragrance made it to my top 12 perfume discoveries of 2023. My favorite perfume discoveries of 2023. Something about this perfume, you guys. You guys know I'm an island girl at heart. I love me some freshies. I love me, citrusy, airy, aquatic scents. And this perfume just gave me that vibe. There's something so, I want to say, alluring and addictive about this perfume. It's laid back, it's citrusy, fruity with some white florals in the heart. You got some mandarin orange in the opening. There's some star anise. There's some pear. Opens up juicy, citrusy, bright, and pretty. Then it has some magnolia. So it has like a nice, warm, mellow, almost like creamy heart to it. And then it dries down into something fresh, yet ever so present and pretty and clean smelling, you guys. The more I smell this perfume, the more I fall in love with it. Now, this is it's a simplistic perfume, but it's impressive. I can't tell you that this is just a very simple, everybody labels this brand like a easygoing, everyday, perfume brand. There's something special about these scents, in my opinion. Something about it that's just so captivating. In my opinion, it's something like the effect of the light blue intense. The light blue intense fragrance, the DNA wasn't that crazy, but it was just so spectacular. This has a similar effect, but it's a bit more classier, a bit more aquatic, and it smells more expensive. And it is more expensive, but you definitely get the quality despite the light, somewhat eerie, presence to this perfume. Ibiza Nights, CARNER Barcelona on a whole is a brand that I am just getting started with, you guys. So Ibiza Nights, this is one of the highlights for me of 2023. Coming in at the number 5th spot is a fragrance that I don't have a full bottle of, but I most definitely will. But it came in a discovery set that I recently reviewed on my channel, and I was through the moon, over the hills, and so in love with this fragrance alongside a few other fragrances from this brand. And the perfume I'm talking about is Suma Oriental by Nuit Nomade. Now, I don't have a full bottle of this fragrance as yet, but I wanted to include it in this video because Nuit Nomade is definitely a brand that I fell completely in love with. I was so overwhelmed. I didn't know where to start with my purchases because I couldn't choose which one to get first. But just know a haul is on the way, and when I have to do a dedicated haul of this brand because I am in love, and I think this brand has a lot of beautiful gems, you guys. So Suma Oriental, this is a boozy, spicy, sweet cacao, tonka bean, and woodsy smelling fragrance. Definitely gives me Black Phantom vibes, but it's not as nutty. It doesn't have the coffee, and it's not as powdery and sweet as Black Phantom, but it gives you similar vibes. Like the name implies, it's definitely an oriental smelling type of fragrance. It is beautiful, it is scrumptious, it is one of the most memorable fragrances from Nuit Nomade on a whole, and I had to include it in this list, you guys, because there are a lot of fragrances that I love from this brand. I just have not managed to get my hands on a full bottle of them as yet. But Suma Oriental is coming in at the number 5th spot in my top favorite perfume discoveries of 2023. Coming in at the number 4 spot, we have Casa Blanca by Swiss Arabian. You guys didn't think I was going to include this fragrance in this video, right? You couldn't possibly imagine. Like, when I smell this perfume, oh my God, I was so in love. This fragrance opened up really bright, citrusy with that very prominent apple note with some sweetness from the caramel, amber, sweet, and there's some musk in the base. And the fragrance opens up like it was just going to be a fruity perfume. And I was a little bit like, what the hell? This is just an apple perfume, an apple fragrance. And then you started to get the caramel, slight sweetness on the caramel. Then you felt the amber in this perfume. You know, it kind of like this fragrance, it goes in a phase. It opens up with the apple, citrusy and bright, and then the transparency in this fragrance, it begins to disappear. Like the amber intensifies as the caramel gets even more sweeter, and of course you have the musky touches at the base, so this fragrance has somewhat of a light feel, but the amber and that sweaty vibe in this perfume, it kind of like, it locks up all the transparency, or should I say blocks up all the transparency, and make this fragrance like a very warm, cozy, and substantial wearing fragrance to wear in the fall and winter times, even though it opens up so citrusy and bright. Intoxicating, spectacular smelling fragrance in my opinion. Casa Blanca by Swiss Arabian was definitely a highlight for me of 2023. Coming in at the number 3 spot is actually a fairly new fragrance to my perfume collection, but a perfume that when I sprayed it, oh my god, it was love. It was just love. It was love at first sniff. I have not discussed this fragrance on my channel as yet, but just know you guys will be hearing a lot about this fragrance. The perfume I'm talking about is Palos Santo by CARNER, Barcelona, you guys. Definitely one of my favorite and bestest discoveries of 2023. You guys, this fragrance opens up with a very light, almost airy, boozy, sweet, vanilla and woody essence to it, okay? But it's light. This is a lighter version of commodity milk, in my opinion. It definitely has some lactonic touches, but it's not a very prominent lactonic. It is not as sweet as commodity milk at all. It is a lighter version, soft, slightly powdery, sweet, and just laid back, but very impactful and very, very strong. Again, this fragrance is strong. Commodity Milk Plus is strong. This one is also strong, but it's very like, it's very light and airy. It kind of comes off as if it has in something a little bit chocolatey, in my opinion, or maybe even cacao. It comes off that way, but there's no cacao listed in this fragrance. But it just has a light, sweet, elegant feel to it. Nothing too much, you know, nothing jumping out at you, just light and sweet, light boost to it. Beautiful smelling fragrance in my opinion, you guys. I am in love with Palo Santo from CARNER Barcelona. On a whole, this brand is definitely intriguing me a lot, you guys. So Palo Santo is coming at the number 3 spot in my top favorites, best perfume discoveries of 2023. Next up, we have like one of my most intoxicating discoveries, like the best of the best. Like this is the last two. This is number 2 and number 1. These are the best of the best. These discoveries could knock your favorite discovery, your best purchase. I don't care what you say to me. These fragrances are the bestest fragrances that I have smelled for 2023. And I'm talking about French Coffee by Rehab. If you thought there was going to be something else here, you guys have not been paying attention. Like, oh my god, how I love this perfume. This is a very intoxicating, caramelized French coffee, vanilla, powdery, milky, latte, sexy, sweet smelling fragrance. Like a hit of this perfume, and having coffee. Did I say coffee? You got coffee latte. It's all about the coffee, but it has like a French vanilla with like melted caramel dripping, with the milk foaming at the top. Sweet. It's just so good, you guys. This perfume, like when I tell you, this perfume is like one of the nicest like fragrances I've smelled for the year. Like I'm telling you, this perfume is so beautiful. So good. I gotta say, I have played with this fragrance quite a bit. This does not have a powerhouse longevity. I'm hoping it will macerate and become stronger, but it definitely does not have a powerhouse longevity. I'm not getting that, okay? But I don't really care, because the scent profile in this perfume is second to the next one I'm about to tell you guys about. That's one thing I can say. The scent profile of this fragrance is second only to the next fragrance that I'm going to be telling you guys about. So this is French Coffee by Rehab. And the highlights of all highlights, the best of the best, the absolute favorite, okay, the hottest of them all for me is Khamrah by Latafa, you guys. Hello? Like, are you guys surprised? I probably should have asked you guys in the beginning of this video to guess what you think is going to be my number 1 discovery of 2023, you guys. Khamrah by Latafa. Khamrah by Latafa. Has me in a chokehold, you guys. The dates, the praline, the cinnamon, the spiciness, the sweetness from the praline, the vanilla, tonka bean, you know, the akigala wood in the base. This is so good. Like, this is so good. Like, this is like so good. Like, this perfume is so good, you guys. Let me tell y'all. I'm mad that I didn't try it the year before, but I'm happy that I tried it this year because I feel like I have more appreciation. I don't know. You tend to have more appreciation for fragrances when you explore them later on. I don't know. That's just how I feel. But this perfume, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. This perfume is so good, you guys. So we have Khamrah by Latafa coming in at the #1 spot. This is the bestest discovery that I have made for 2023. All right, so there you have it, you guys. These are my top 12 most favorite best discoveries of 2023, you guys. These are my favorite fragrances in my perfume collection right now. These are the scents that excite me the most right now in my perfume collection. Like, I have loads of fragrances, as you can see. The ones that I would readily pull for as I walk across on a regular day, just to sniff, just to put it by my nose and smell. These are those fragrances, you guys. These are my loves of 2023. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know what fragrances were absolute highlights for you guys. What fragrances you guys, you know, discovered this year that you absolutely fell in love with or fell head over heels. Let me know in the comment section what were your highlights of 2023, you guys, because I just gave you mine. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you made it to the end. If in fact you did, please give me a very big thumbs up. If you guys are new, please don't leave without hitting that subscribe button. I have a target to hit 5,000 by the end of 2023. Yeah, I hope to hit this target, but either way you put it, join me on my YouTube journey. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit the notification bell so you will be notified every single time I upload. And for those of you who are my returning subscribers, thank you for your continuous love and support. Until next time, see you guys in my very next video. Bye.